Matt Steele with Steele Realty Group right here in Bellevue, Washington. And today you're watching Selling Seattle. And we are going to cover the top 10 tips how to prepare your house for showings when selling. Our goal with this video is to help you sell your house for more and faster. We're going to do that by sharing as much information we can in a very short amount of time. So if you have additional information, feel free to ask questions in the comments or reach out. We're here to help. Okay, let's start with this. When you're selling your house, I want you to imagine your house as if it was a new construction or a show home. The closer you can get your home to a show-like condition home, a show-ready home, a show home, a nice home, all right, the better chances you have of making more money. Your house is worth what someone's willing to pay for it, and it is our goal to find multiple people that want to buy your house so you drive up the price and win. And you can do that by properly preparing the house and showing the house. Okay, with that said, remember this. You have one chance to make a good first impression. If your home is occupied, it is best to have a checklist of everything that you need to do every time that you leave the house that day or between showings. Okay, what I mean by a checklist, you want to vacuum, you want to mop the floors, sweep the floors, you want to make sure there's no dishes there, you want to make sure that the lights are on, the mini blinds and the shades are open, you want to make sure that there's no smells, no pets, the list goes on and on and on. You want to have this checklist, and that way if there's several people in the home, you can kind of divide and conquer and give chores and everybody can participate and get that done. So if you want that checklist, we'll put a link down in the description below, and you can have a copy of that. Okay, let's talk about that. Leads us into number one, house cleaning. And we are talking about deep clean, not your standard weekly house maintenance where they come in and clean for 3-4 hours. This is two people cleaning sometimes for a solid day, if not two. We're scrubbing window seals, all windows, all mirrors, light fixtures, fans, heater vents, shampooing carpets, steaming wood floors and laminates, everything necessary to get that house, detail that house, like really deep clean, folks. Like you want to make sure that stoves are clean, refrigerators are fully cleaned and soaked, and washers and dryers, so you're getting all the odors out of the house. It's like detailing a car. Again, the cleaner your house is, the better odds that you have of it smelling good, looking good, and feeling good. When it comes down to house cleaning, I would say this rolls right into number two, removing all personal items and also packing all unnecessary items, decluttering the house, depersonalizing the house. When you have that buyer walk through the house, you don't want them distracted at looking at your photos, opening your drawers. You want them opening the garage and knowing that their cars, their toys, their belongings are going to fit in there. You want them to go into the closets and realize that their clothes is going to fit in there. You don't want it overpacked. I mean, that's one of the reasons for home staging. It's just to, stage that feeling of the home of space. And so the more stuff that you can pack, get rid of, only have the essentials. And if a buyer asks the question, is this home vacant? You've done your job right. So removing all personal items and decluttering, like the countertops. There should be no clutter on the countertops, no dishes. I mean, you really, there's a whole list on that too, but we won't go too deep. Number three, fresh air, no smells. There's several different, this is a pretty big topic, actually. The most common smells that we deal with are pets. This is a deal killer. Another one, cigarettes, right? Then there's the musky smell. Then there's cooking smells. Then there's potpourri smells. There's air freshener smells. There's car smells. Oh man, the smells go on and on. Every house has a smell. This is where you want to make sure you consult with a professional to make sure your house smells right, right? So, and there's sometimes, man, it's tough. So this is one of the conversation that I have when we do failed sale consultations this is where a house is on the market for 30, 60, 90 days. It didn't sell. They reach out to us so we can go through our system that we have that actually will sell their house for the same amount it didn't sell for or even greater. We do that by applying our systems, identifying the reasons why it didn't sell. Down in the link below, we have a book. It's called I Know Why Your House Didn't Sell. There's also another book down there, How to Sell Your Home for More. Those are free guides, and we hope they add value there. So let's stay focused on the top 10 things that you can do to prepare your house for a showing. All right, so I think we touched a little bit on the smells. Let's make sure it smells good. But when it comes down, I'll say one last thing on smells. No pets, get the pets out. No food bowls, no toys, right? Pets, not good when it comes to selling houses. So love the little critters, trust me. I have a fur baby. Okay, number 4, placards. For example, you have placards through the house that say, please leave the lights on. Please remove your shoes. Don't miss the Mount Rainier view. Custom wine cellar. What you're doing with these placards is you're creating an experience when someone's walking through the home. Like, for example, you don't want the buyer or the buyer's broker searching for light switches. If they miss one and a room is dark because it's behind a curtain or it's not working, you don't want that. Leave the lights on. Plus, when the lights are on, the house is at its brightest, and that's what you want is the proper lighting in the house. But I don't want to skip ahead of myself. Right now we're talking about placards. Really important to create an experience and an intent that they, because really they're only in this house for a matter of sometimes 5 minutes or 30 minutes. So anything that you can do to point out the positive attributes of the home that they may miss. And plus it just shows that extra intent. Foot booties, when they walk in the house, they can either take off their shoes or put booties on. There's a lot of people that wear shoes or sandals and they don't have socks on. So you're providing, booties for them to feel comfortable. It keeps your house clean. So that's a really important asset when preparing your house for showings when selling. So foot booties, we covered that one. Number 6, lights on. Turn on all lights and make sure that there's no burnt out bulbs and that you have the proper luminance. So it's not just having the lights on, it's having the proper lighting. You don't want to have buyers walking through the home and you have different color lights, halogen lights, day lights, warm lights, bright lights, and, burnt out lights. No, that you really want to create an ambiance and a feeling in the house, preferably warm. And then you want to match the luminance, the lighting throughout the house where you're creating that emotion. No burnt out bulbs, no halogens. So that's a really, really, really important one. Lighting on and the proper lighting. And this leads us right into number 7, blinds and shades. This is one of the best lighting you can get is natural daylight when someone's walking through your house during the day. Have the blinds open, the shades open. However, we'll say this about shades. There are some things that you can do to enhance the view and the feel of the home with shades. For example, if you're 10 feet away from your neighbor's house and it's not a pleasant view, you can have the shades closed or turn the shades where it lets in light, but it doesn't give you much of a view. So you're not pulling their attention to that. Maybe there's a neighbor's roof that's in the backyard. And if you have blinds that are bottom up, you can have the blinds set, waist high. So when they walk in the room, it still lets in light. You have a view of the skyline, but you're not staring at a power line or the neighbor's garage, right? So you can use blinds to your benefit. So. Okay, number 8, music. You want to set the mood, right? There's many reasons why you want music in the house. One, it shows great intention and it really can help buyers relax and get comfortable and make this home feel like it's going to be their home. But you can also drown out some of the worldly noise that we have, whether it's in our head or outside with freeways or power lines or a dog barking or who knows, right? There's all types of decibels, especially when you get downtown sirens. My goodness. So with that said, have music and really try to get the buyer relaxed and experience the home and really stay on the emotional side. Buying a home is an emotional process. It is a logical process as well, but the more emotional feeling side, a creative imagination of this being their home and their dream and figuring out if this one is really the one for them. That's the stage that you're working with here. Okay. Number 9, lock up and remove valuables and medication. I mean, Do I need to say more? Right? Especially when you're doing open houses. If there's 20 people in your home, we can't watch them all, right? So just make sure that any valuables you have in medicine are out of there. Number 10, vacate the home. Not vacant home, vacate the home. If you're living in it, make sure anytime there's a showing that you are not there. This is the real estate broker's responsibility. They know their client. They know how to best manage their client on what their needs are. There's times where when sellers show the house to buyers, they will tell stories of their kids or their grandkids and what they remodeled and did and didn't do. And it's very logical. And there is a time and a place for that. But in the first showing, a lot of times, I want to say all the times, it is statistically best that the home seller and buyer are not directly interfacing. So vacate the home. Okay, we've made it to number 10 and we are down at the bonus tips. With that said, I really hope you're enjoying this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you're enjoying the video, give me a thumbs up. And if you like this video, subscribe. We're trying to build the channel. We're getting this information out there. And plus, every time we post a new video of what it's like to live or experience Bellevue and what it's like to own, purchase, sell real estate, everything real estate related, we're here for you. So hope you're finding this valuable. Let's pop into the bonus tips and then we'll catch you guys later soon. Okay, bonus tips. List of upgrades. So if you have a new roof, what type of flooring, the painting, the paint colors, AC, if it has one, window covering, a list of any home repairs, a list of home maintenance. For example, who services the furnace? When was the furnace serviced? What does it cost to heat the home? How much does the landscaping cost? How often do you do landscaping? What's the maintenance, for cleaning the home? The more that you can provide for valuable information on that home, certain buyers will really want that information. So, okay, with that said, we do have another really important one. It's marketing literature in clear view. So important when a buyer comes to the home that you can give them a luxury flyer, thick paper, glossy, beautiful pictures with call to actions, right? You list all the amenities of the home and amenities of neighborhoods, the school scores, and you put a QR code on there or a URL that drives them to your property landing specific website of your home. And on that website, you're going to have photos, you're going to have videos and virtual tours and drone video and, retargeting. That's the most important thing is like when they actually look at that flyer, then we know we can retarget them through social media and through Google, and you can take your house additional advertising collateral and put it in front of them for, the next week or 2 weeks while the house is for sale, and keeping them top of mind and aware that, this home may be for them. If they're looking at, 2 homes or 10 homes, if your home's following them around the internet, it may help. So really important to have beautiful flyers, marketing materials in the home. Now, this is a really important one. If you can put a video in there with so you want to have a list of all the neighborhood amenities, for example, parks and trails and commute times, restaurants, schools, school scores, a list of amenities of the community like clubhouse, golf course, waterfront. But if you can take it one step further and do a video like we do on Selling Seattle, when we sell someone's house, we show them what it's like to experience the house, but also experience the lifestyle of the neighborhood, what it's like to live there, things to do and restaurants and the weather. And, there's times where people are buying these houses where they've never been there. They're buying it because their broker's walking through with a virtual tour. That's another type of showing we have is a virtual tour. And then we send them a Matterport to a 3D rendering where they can go through the house with their goggles on, right? This is where we're at today. People are buying houses this way. And if they're relocating here from a different state or a different country, and we can provide them with a video of what it's like to live in that neighborhood, like the lifestyle, okay, that is icing on the cake, folks. Okay, I hope you found this video helpful. Again, Matt Steele, Steele Realty Group, Bellevue, Washington. You're watching Selling Seattle. Until the next video, we'll catch you later. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment below. Check out our website. If you're thinking of selling in the area, we have different listing packages that we can customize to you. If you're thinking of selling in the Seattle area, we also own a home staging business, so we can hook you up there as well. Anyways, with that said, hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you later. Till the next time.